Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Razeen Izzat bin Roslan. My metric number is 182081. So today I'm going to present about my final year project, and which is the title is Development in Risk Assessment for the Lab Research. So first let me introduce you to my supervisor. So my name is his name is Dr. Hamdan bin Muhammad Yusuf. So simple introduction about this project. This project is about the development in risk assessment for the lab research. It is actually to find out all the problem that occurs when doing the risk assessment, and we have found out that the risk assessment is actually easier to make when it is in form of mobile application, and people prefer more in technology nowadays. So the problem statement is current risk assessment is actually have been done on the paper. So as we all know, when we using the paper, we can harm the earth. Second is time wasted when we prepare it. When we prepare it, yeah. And the third one is data can be lost after so long have been kept. And the fourth one is several does not cover all hazard that might happen. So for the literature review, accident in the lab. Accident can happen at all costs, not just in the skin, but to our eyes and our order also. So wear a better PPE such as goggle can prevent chemical from splash to the eyes, or wear a mask that can prevent us from inhale the harmful chemical. So beside chemical, apparatus also can cause us accident. For example, sharp edges glass. So the importance of risk assessment. Risk assessment can be prevent from accident. Risk assessment can prevent from accident to happen, and it actually can act as a pre-experiment that can detect accident that might happen. And the process of LARA methodology. The LARA methodology is actually one of the risk assessment that exists that I study for the I review. So last literature review is about mobile application. So people prefer more in technologies because they are easily to access, because they just at the fingertip. And 2.7 billion people using a smartphone, and 72.4% of it internet user have access to the smartphone, and in urban areas 60% have access to the internet. So the objective has divided into three. So first is to analyze the existing mobile application based on risk safety assessment for the lab research. The second one is to examine the current risk assessment for the lab research. The third one is to create and design a risk assessment for lab research that compatible in mobile application. The methodology. So in making my apps, when making a flowchart, I've separate my waste to three modules. So the first one is the login part. Second one is the lab part, which is the form part, lab form part, and the third one is we are trying to the third module is saving the form in the mobile application and convert it into PDF. Okay, so after the function of the Android Studio is actually take the three module and we combine com- combine it into one application. Okay, so the fourth one is GitHub, and the okay, so the fifth one is Angular. Okay, so function of GitHub and Angular, it provide us a script or language for us in a Visual Studio Code for the function. Okay, so for example, if we want to link the register and the login account, we can find it in the we can use the GitHub or Angular script or language in the Visual Studio Code. So the last one is the Ionic Surf. So Ionic Surf provide also a script and also a platform for us to visualize more about our apps. Okay, so the data analysis. So the data gained from this project is actually just a screenshot of application and its code, and the overall application. Okay, so the login page is the login and the register page is actually the first module that I page. So it's actually why I divide it into three page is actually where the actual size of assessment page must be the normal size is actually an A4 size paper. So but when we mobilize it into a small on the mobile screen size, so we get a 3 page. So the first assessment page is actually about detail about the experiment. So about where have you done, what's the date, what equipment what equipment and chemical that you use. So the second one is the work and the step that you will be done, the hazard, the risk, and so on. The coding is new to me, so I can't do it very well, but it's actually a nice experience. So forget about all that. This is the overall application that has their own advantage and disadvantage. So the advantage is that can save time, can save a previous data as reference for future use, and easy to access, and is a user friendly, of course. And then okay, let us discuss about the disadvantage. Okay, so for disadvantage, okay, the second module, which the form template. Okay, I've tried it and I have filled the form. When I'm doing it on my first try is actually good. Second try is actually good, but the third try, there might be a bug. So we need to double check it. If there's a bug, we need to do it again. So that is the disadvantage. And I also don't know how to overcome that problem. Maybe just me doing the code wrongly, so it easily can have a bug or something else. Okay, second one is problem for small size phone. Okay, so as we all know that there's a lot of things that we need to fill in the form when we are doing the risk assessment. So if you have a small phone and you want to do it in to do the risk assessment, it's actually quite hard because there's a lot of things that you need to fill in the form, but you only have a small tiny space to do it. But there's a way to overcome this problem is by tilt your phone to from portrait to landscape, horizontal maybe, so you can have a larger area for you to type. And lastly, device will act as a disturbance during lab. Yeah, when you using this app, it is possible for your notification, maybe WhatsApp, Instagram, or Twitter uh, can be sent to you when you are doing the lab. So it's actually a disturbance, and you will the accident in the lab percent, maybe risk will maybe high because you are not focused on your lab. Maybe you are disturbed by maybe your fiance's text or maybe something like that. Okay, so for the conclusion, this app is friendly user people more to technology because it's easier to manage, and we got a faster result and data from filling risk assessment is more faster to gain and finish than using paper. It is next one is it is eco-friendly, saving trees from cut to make a paper for risk assessment. And next, risk assessment form. Risk assessment form contain a suitable for lab research, which is it cover all the safety procedure part. So I think that's all for my slide. Hopefully I learned I learned a lot of thing in this research, and hopefully I have chance to do more in such uh more in in making an mobile application topics. I think that's all from me. Thank you.